Now to Ivory Coast, voters begin receiving new identity cards today ahead of a much-delayed presidential election that is now scheduled for the end of this month. VOA West Africa correspondent Scott Stearns has that story.
The new identity cards seek to resolve the issue most responsible for the repeated delay of this presidential election: who's eligible to vote. President Laurent Gbagbo's campaign fears that people from Burkina Faso may try to vote in this election. He dissolved the government and the Electoral Commission earlier this year because he said hundreds of thousands of people had been fraudulently registered to vote. All the candidates have now agreed on a new voter list, raising hopes that an election 5 years overdue may finally happen.
We are standing strong in the resolution of this crisis. We're going to give out to Ivorians more than 5.5 million identity cards.
Voter Doli Sungi Coulibaly says resolving the identity card issue is a big step forward.
Today is an unforgettable day, first of all, because all the population, each and every one, will receive his or her identity card. Moreover, youngsters starting from 16 or 17 years old, too, truly, it's an enormous joy.
The issue of Ivorian identity fueled a brief civil war in 2002 and 2003 that divided the country between North and South. Former rebel leader and current Prime Minister Guillaume Soro says it's been resolved by Ivorian leaders backed by regional mediation in the Burkinabe capital, Ouagadougou.
This identity card, I'm proud. It's the result of the Ouagadougou political deal. It's the result of all the negotiations, exchanges, and discussions. But it's also the fruit of a real political will to achieve peace and find a solution to all problems.
More than 5 million identity cards printed in Germany will be distributed over the next few weeks, ahead of the vote that's currently scheduled for October 31st. Former Prime Minister and current presidential candidate Alassane Ouattara says the distribution of identity cards shows the electoral timetable is on track.
We estimate that in 2 to 3 weeks from now, the distribution of identity cards should be complete. The Electoral Code says that even if we do not have our identity card or our electoral card, we can pick it up the day of the vote. Normally, 2 to 3 weeks should be largely sufficient for 5.7 million voters to receive their cards.
Ouattara and former President Henri Konan Bédié are President Gbagbo's biggest challengers in this vote. Ouattara and Bédié have both promised to back the other if either one ends up facing President Gbagbo in a second-round runoff. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Dakar.